Yesterday I went and ate sushis with my parents, and when I arrived, I saw my dad and my mom arriving here. My dad was limping. He always had a fucked up knee from back when he was young and he injured himself. But now it's getting worse with old age. I mean, he's not that old. They're a little bit more than 50 years old, both of them, which is not super old for parents, but like, it's getting worse. And then I saw my mom arriving too, and when she arrived, we spoke a little bit about how life was going and stuff like this, and she told me that I realized that she had lost a little bit of weight, which I was proud of her because she's always been a little bit overweight, and I always try to help her with this, and also with my dad with overall health that they both have. And when we spoke a little bit, she told me that her doctor actually told her she became pre-diabetic, which, if you don't know, is the state just before getting diabetes. And so I was like a little bit shocked, but at the same time I knew this was going to happen at some time because she's been a little bit overweight for some time. I mean, pretty much her entire adulthood. And she eats shit food. Both of my parents do. And she doesn't do any sports. She's very sedentary. And it's hard as the child when you know a little bit about self-improvement and all the things that comes with it, with nutrition and health, fitness, mental health, all of these things that we work on as young guys, young ambitious guys, things that we want to make our parents learn from, because we are teaching ourselves these important things. We want our parents to benefit from them too, of course. And it's tough to see your parents getting older, sicker, in bad shape, bad health, all of these things. And I realized yesterday that by seeing both my parents being in bad health, still doing the things that I told them not to do, still eating the same shit that I told them not to eat, it's tough. And it's your responsibility as a child that has the knowledge of how to not get these problems, how to get out of these issues. It's your responsibility to help your parents. But it's not easy. Today, as I'm filming this video, it's actually Mother's Day. And I realized that it's important for us to actually send this message to your mom, to your dad, to the people you care about, to your family members overall. It is your responsibility to change their life because you know how to do it. You've been going to the gym for a few years now, maybe. You're eating clean, you're practicing meditation, your mental health is in good shape. It's your turn now. Teach them the lesson that you learned. This is how they taught you to live, but you found better ways. You need to teach them by showing them proofs also. It's hard for them to believe you too, but you have to do something about it. I told my mom and my dad a few times, I live in Switzerland, and here in Switzerland we have a very, I'd say, toxic culture of consuming alcohol. It's very normalized, more than pretty much anywhere in the world, maybe not Germany. But with Germany, I think we're the both worst countries when it comes to consuming alcohol. Germany is more about beer, but here in Switzerland it's about wine. My parents, they drink wine every single time they eat, so about at least twice a day. My mom tried to stop. She's like, okay, I'm not drinking anymore. Next time I saw her, she was drinking wine. I was like, you told me you were stopping. And she was like, yeah, but I work, and with my colleagues we went and had a drink, and now it's the evening, so I just drink. Yeah, this is coping. She's coping. But my dad drinks a lot. My mother, she also does. Here, every single adult that I know drinks alcohol, and with shit ton of amount of it. So it's tough to change this because it's a cultural thing also. So changing your entire culture, if they've grown up like this, they've lived all their adult life like this, it's really hard to change it. But if you don't, what's gonna happen? You know it. It's gonna get worse over time. They will get older, they will get sicker, they will get in worse shape than they are right now. And at some point they'll get too sick, and then you'll have to take care of them. They won't be able to stay at home alone. This shit sucks. And as I said, as young guys that know all of these things, it's our turn to teach them these things. You should scare them sometimes by showing them what will happen to them if they continue on this path. You know, there's this new drug for treating diabetes, which is called Ozempic, I believe. And my mom is taking, she's not taking this exact medication, but she's taking one that looks like it has kind of the same effect, which is regulating your food hormone, the thing that makes you hungry, your hunger hormone. And the problem with this drug, as with fucking 95% of all medicines that have been prescribed to people with these kind of issues, is that this is not taking into account that it's just treating the symptoms. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be less hungry, you will lose weight, your diabetes will get better. Sure. Now make them stop the medication and see how it goes. It's gonna fucking come back and it's gonna be worse every single time. This is the same thing with every single fucking medication on this planet. You should teach them how to treat the cause of the problem and not the symptoms. So for my mom and my dad, it would be to stop drinking alcohol, stop smoking cigarettes, stop eating shit food, move more. These are like the most essential things that anybody that has a little bit of knowledge about health and longevity know about. But guess what? Both of my parents, they work in the medical industry. Both of them started as nurses. So I'm like, why the fuck do you have all these bad habits? When you know what these bad habits actually do, this is why it's so hard to change their opinion and change their lives. So I want you guys today to take action, to contact your parents. If you don't live with them, you contact them by phone or you go and see them. Or if you live with them, you just go and meet them and speak to them. You sit down at a table and you make a plan. You make a plan on how to make them get better. Because they don't realize how shitty they feel, because they never felt otherwise. They've never felt good. They never were fit. They never were eating like normal, healthy food. They don't know how it feels. For them, the normality is feeling like shit. So the actionable step today is to go and talk to your parents about these issues. Identify what they are, because you most likely know. You cannot observe them from an outside perspective. It's really easy to do. And go and change their opinion on these things. Make a plan, make rules on what they can buy, what they cannot buy for food, what they can consume, what they cannot. Go do that. They would thank you in few, like, not even in so much time, like in maybe 2 weeks, they will already feel way better if they stop consuming so much shit. This is your actionable step. You go and do it. I don't care. Your role here is to save your parents from a shitty life. And as I said, it's your responsibility to do so. I see you in the next one, and please do these actions now.